Hello, monkey. Last day of the week. For development, at least. As always, we are still aiming at the milestone 3. I'm not sure if I can finish it up today, since we still have to look at all the texts. We almost have all of them, but after that I want to implement a new feature for dialogue, where a character can have some kind of mood, I guess, a feeling that changes the way it talks in the dialogue. And while I was thinking that, I also had a ticket at some point, maybe I deleted it, to make sure that voice acting is possible. I believe it is still possible, but I would need to have some kind of tagging rework, I guess, if I am able to get someone to voice act. But yeah, I feel like this will not happen. It feels like this is like a dream right now. But if, then we would need to go in all the texts and put the pauses and the text speed exactly like the speaker, which is a lot of time, a lot of work, of course. But yeah, for now, the system can do it, but we would need to revisit every single dialogue and then fine-tune it to the voice. Anyway, let me just check what texts are not there yet. Am I blind? Yes, I. Yeah, I didn't look at item storage, or playing manager, and so on. So we will have to do these. Item recovery is done. Item shop is done. Item storage. Let's look at that. Item storage should be Ella. She has 3 dialogues. See you later. What would you like to do? And it's the item storage. You can store items here that you don't want to lose. I think we have to rework. And then have a condition that we add here. Did I actually remove that thing? Was it here? No. Oh no. So we need this trigger logic. He's still hot. No, actually. It will directly go to what would you like to do. What? That's okay. Why does this not work? That's the problem. Now let's find new names for these two. Something like this. Now, besides the dialogue, this is pretty clear. My UI right now has almost all the work on Nuru's side. So would I transfer the thing, right? Would I transfer the managing part to Nara and just disable shopping altogether? Even leave the shopping, but then again, or do I have just one menu for both of them? You have to also think about the ease of use, right? When I materialize a new Orpling, I materialize a new Orpling. I also want to manage it afterwards, right? So I don't want to go to Nuru, make the materialization, then exit the UI, go to Nara, open another UI, just to pick it up and put it in the thingy. Not only that, what is actually in that menu? There are so many things in that menu now. We have storage, we have place. This is one job. Activate Orpling and merging is for the other job. Delete is also for this one. Turn into item is also. These four are Nuru's job. These two would be Nara's job if I'm splitting. Deleting doesn't mean deleting, by the way, it's just releasing the Orpling into the wild. And turn to item is just making them into an ARP again. Also renaming, etc. Right now the issue is we have Nuru here. Nara here. Not only I'm not sure about this, could be also in Nara's place. So if I activate merge, etc., have them all somewhere, not in the storage. Needs to be one menu now. So maybe there are no two characters. Okay, there are two characters, but not two interaction hitboxes or whatever. They both open the same menu, and there's only one place to talk with them. So it wouldn't be, hello, I am Nuru, and this is Nara. And with the other one it would be, oh hey, I'm Nara, and this is Nuru. It would be just one of the dialogues. I just thought about Fuwamoko's intro, but no, couldn't. Let me make some more tea. Okay. I guess there will be, or how to say, I mean, I need to revisit the UI anyway. So maybe depending on what UI elements we choose, the camera pans over to one character or the other. And not only that, I feel like our shrine does not work anymore. Because Nara would be here, but Nuru? Where do we put Nuru? I feel like it should be like, maybe this thing is a little higher. Nara is here, and Nuru is in front in some kind of area where she can put stuff in and whatever. Nara needs to talk with the flow. So yeah. I mean, everything needs to change anyway, but I guess for now, whatever, right? Okay, let me get tea. The opening shop will be gone, I guess. At some point. For now, we can just leave it there. I'm not sure if the functionality will be transferred here or will be removed entirely. But yeah, let's reshape this. Let's rename her. Maybe I should just call them Nura and Nara anyway. Whatever. Should it be out the other way around? Okay, this will be a bigger tangent than I thought. Be right back. I am back. Yeah, we need this. Will be... How can we do that? Maybe I can add something into the abstract UI. Closes, it can trigger something. You have to look into it. And I think we should do it now, because this conversation needs that. Okay, let's assume we have Nuru and Nara talking, and they have different characteristics. What if they want to talk in unison, as in bye, you know, at the end? See you around. Do they have the same font? Same speed? I mean, it's easy to make another character that is both of them. And then let it talk. Okay, we don't have the end sign in our font. Or do I? I do have it. And the rest we can at some other point. All right. Why didn't this go further? Go next. Choice. Oh, wait. No. Should they talk both? Maybe. Okay, that works. Now, how do we make them talk after we visit this and did something? Now, the default thing would be if I leave this, they just say goodbye. But if we do store away, place, delete, turn item, turn to item, this should give me a progression for used Nara's specialties or something. And if we then exit this, Nara needs to talk to us and say, hey, something is strange with your artifact. Or something like that. But only if we did this successfully, that is. We really delete it. Or, I guess at any point when we press these, we would hand over our artifact or make her really feel it or something. In the end, she needs to see the Orplings. First of all, let's trigger something and we close a UI. Or something where we can trigger something when we close a UI. Abstract widgets. Only has that clean up widgets. Hello, Stone. Not sure what you mean. But hello, welcome. I guess we can communicate. That's the key interaction already. Okay. Okay, where is my input? Need to look into, oh, not the controller, router. Here it goes here. Uh-huh. Hello, Prime. What you doing here? Hello, hello. I hope you're fine. Good to hear. Are you ready for tomorrow? Me too. If we press escape here, and we close. No, this is. Wait. No, it needs to be start here. Interaction, opening manager, what? It's getting complicated. Start here. Escape. Interesting. I have like the things all split up, but that's because no, I'm not sure why I'm doing that. I guess this is communicating with our 3D elements. That's why I need to do it outside of the UI. Okay, so when we are in the UI, just this thing, and then press escape, and we are at the start. And then we send execute whatever, but we can also send execute something else. How do we do it right? I can go and do this and say fire event. Payload is a little old. I don't like this. Something here. Fire it every time. Okay, so we can fire an event that is the farewell, and in the UI controller we can then check if the progression has been made or not. Thank you, man. I'm on it. Welcome, welcome, hello. How are you doing? I am Monkey. I'm also good. I guess. Tomorrow is my last day before vacation. So I'm rather, what to say, happy? Happy. Okay, so we can fire this thing here. And over here we can then catch it. This command, which makes it a little more complicated in the switch case, of course. Huh. I feel like we have to find a better way. UI controllers getting way too mighty. But I'm... When I start refactoring this will be chaos. Anyway. Okay, this fires the farewell. Probably also needs another thing to know from what. farewell shrine. And then UI controller can grab the farewell shrine and then handle farewell. So this needs the inputs, but then get storage. And progression, not set, get progression. And then we can look at contains. But first we would need context. Switch here shrine. So then maybe we could do this in front, but for now this goes in here. When we are in shrine and when the progression contains Nara checked artifact if true, and contains Nara talked about artifact not bool. Then we need to open a new dialogue, else they just say bye. So for this I need a new dialogue, and I need to be able to fire it from not an interaction. How does my interaction fire it? Is it just running? Okay, where was that? Blueprints, then here, interaction, abstract, item, where's this dialogue? Here. So what happens? Overlap, do dialogue procedure. Dialogue 3 is getting looked up. Then root just freezes. UI element, open, initialize start tree. So it just does this. Okay, kind of this. Problem is the dialogue 3 assets. How do we get that in? I don't want to hardcode this. Or should I? Maybe I could make a data table extra for this. They can be fired from there. Of course I'm smart. I'm biggest brain monkey here. Do you want to see my game? I wonder if it's still working. I'm right in the middle of doing things. But basically, it is a little monster collecting game. And this is my dummy character because I'm not very good with art stuff. This is Mira. In this world where there are islands in the sky and we are in this crater. There's a temple here and some other buildings where you can manage stuff. But basically, you go inside this temple and then jump here to the other side, where you can go into this crystal here that sends you up into the sky, and there are different islands you have to progress in. This is just a tutorial area with 5 islands, and this is where you start, and this is the first island. When you're on this island, you can see that you are actually floating in the sky, and there's this crater down there. And there are these orplings flying around. They decide to land, they can touch you, and then it starts a little battle where you have your own formation here, and the enemy formation is here, and they have different elements. These are fire magic users. There's also water healing, earth defense. There's also the other side, which is, for instance, crystal, good for magic defense. I can go there and then create a little shield in front of me, so these guys cannot hurt us. Then I can switch back to mine and just blast them with my own fire magic. And then of course there's leveling up and so on. You can find no more orplings, you can evolve them, you can prestige them into stronger orplings, and then give them more attacks, and depending on what element they're in, they can use those attacks. And the idea is to make your perfect formation. And as you can also see, we are on this island that is in the middle of nowhere. And if you look down, we can see the temple. But I can also jump to the other side of the island. There's the dark side of the floating islands, and there are other orplings you can see, and there are caves you can explore. And normally you would just go into these caves and look what's inside. And in some caves you can find these flowers. When you fight the orplings outside, you can collect energy to get a key from here that you can then bring into this little thing that sends you up to the other islands. And so the idea is that you go in here, hopefully you're strong enough, try to find new stuff in these caves, fight these things to get stronger, get enough points to go to the next area, and then crawl through the islands into the sky. And then you can return and go to the shop or the shrine or arena or whatever, and then go up again. But right now, I'm working on the dialogue system, where you can talk with NPCs here. I'm not sure which one is in here. This is the shrine one, which is over there. And they can talk to you with their own fonts, their own speed, etc. And now I want to build something where when I open a menu here, And when I close it, I want the NPCs that help me to interact with them to say goodbye or something. So now I am building the signaling for that. And depending on what happened, they can also have different dialogues, of course. In this case, I want to make Nara realize that, hey, your artifact that casts these orblings is a special one. And when she already told you this, I don't want her to say it again. So, dialogue 3 we need. That then goes into our initialization. The open menu will be easy. Problem is, if I am here and fire this, we cannot fire this before we do this. What I need is a payload here. When we close, we want to say, hey, our well is activated and it comes from the shrine. So this is not needed. And then when we are in the UI controller and we are in the... is it execute command? No. Yes, maybe. When we close menu here, it would do the things here. That payload to be fired. UI signal. That general, set UI input enabled. So when we are done here, no, wait. This goes into UI signal. I would then it reached payload and this thing. Opening manager closed, fade to black. Opening manager closed, fade to black. Would do all of this. And behind here we would now need to check this payload. Payload array, get, and then this is farewell. And this handle farewell with the second element, and it goes here. This needs to open the dialogue. The problem is now we need a way to open a dialogue. how do we do that? Do I have a blueprint? No, a data table that can map them all? I mean, I need to map them somehow. I cannot send them via payload, and I don't want a map inside the UI controller, so yes, this needs to happen. Dialog system. Should I have it in the dialog system though? Or in the game data and dialog tree here? Means I would need to make a struct with, yeah, okay, struct. This is the dialog table element struct with primary assets, no, dialog data asset template something, dialog template. There it is. Three. Save that. Don't need it anymore. And then we make another table. Come on now. Here. And then this is elements table dialog table, this thing. And we call this, what do we call this? Non-interactable dialog mapper. Something like that. Then I need the dialog though. Start area. And we can data asset from templates. What do we call this? What is DD? I forgot. What was I thinking? I don't remember. Brian, farewell. And now can do two things. The first one should be go next is correct. Character should be this one. And then they just say goodbye. Node type normal. And this should be exit 3. Okay. But now there's another one where Nara talks to us, which is this one. And says something. Could also consider making Mira talk to them. And I don't want to think about the dialogue too much right now, because this will be world building, so this will change in the future. But we can get something roughly to the idea what will happen here. So let's just write a Mira listen. I interacted with many artifacts in the past, but yours are different. Be careful out there. And this one, next note, no, it should give us a trigger logic. With Nara talked about our effects. Start conditions. False flags. This should not be in there. And this one should be in there. Used Nara's services once. And this one we need to give via UI, so this is important. Do you plan on publishing this game? I mean, yes, but it is in the far future, sadly. Since I'm a solo dev, I'm pretty slow with the progress. I am working every week, 5 days a week, but it is 2 hours and I'm solo, so... And this is a bigger thing. At some point, I might try to get funding to add more people to this project, to make it be a little faster and more professional, because my artistic skills are not good. But until then, it is a question mark when this will release, but I do plan publishing it. This needs... So we actually don't need to do this. We only need to send the correct thing. So this is not that important, we already have that. We just need to send the correct tree. But our UI here needs to set something. So this is just Opening Manager here. This guy needs to set it. Are you a developer yourself? How did you find me? Mostly developers find my channel. Menu switch. We need to see whenever we are switching. This is the thing, right? I only want to give this once, and now I would trigger this every time if I go into these menus. Is that a problem? You have to add unique. Oh, does my storage have a function for this? Storage. Here. This guy. Probably doesn't have it. Setting this thing. Let's see. Progression. Here. Find everywhere. Oh, this is add unique. Add unique. Important. Contains. Contains. So we have these things here. Adding it. I mean, maybe it's fine because just why would I need to write a function if we are just doing this anyway? Don't say you're not good. I'm not good myself. It really doesn't matter, it's just, how to say, creating is a process. Many people say they are bad, and then you look at their project and you get mind blown. So I'm a little cautious about people saying that. Walking? I mean, it depends on how your walking is. I reworked my walking like after a year because it was not working. I remember I had a function that was checking the floor if there is a floor, and it didn't work anymore with my gravitation. It's a process, you get better over time. Where was I? Ah, yeah. So I don't want to make a function out of it. I just insert it uniquely. So where are we? This is the main screen. Storage data, storage, blah blah blah. Where's my manager here? But do we need to? Yeah, we need the manager. What engine are you using? UE4, why not 5? That's so old now. I started with UE before 20. Your PC can't run 5? Are you sure? Isn't it just settings to... how to say? Make it lower? Because if you look at my game, I turned off all the ray tracing and whatever. I'm not using the rendering things from the modern Unreal. So this is not ray tracing, this is normal, or is it? No, this should be normal dynamic shadows. I turned off TTA, I turned off ray tracing, I turned off everything, lumen, everything's off. This runs on raw retro energy. Oh, okay. That's a bummer. I would have guessed that you can run no matter what, but I never tried to run Unreal in a slower PC, so I cannot say for sure. So, whenever we select place, or not select, whenever place is there or store away is triggered, what else? Wait, we need to check. Store away, place, delete and turn item. Whenever those things are fired, we need to give us a new progression. Let's say add Nara talked about artifact progression. And get storage instance, get progression, add unique, and then what was it? Used Nara services. I think I wrote it wrong. Let's rewrite this. Add used Nara's services progression. And I def for low-end PCs. Well, I guess you're in luck, since no one will be able to afford high-end PCs anymore. So sad, man. Okay, where are we? So now we have to put this into every interaction. Current Orpling manager mode is start. This is whatever. We need the change thing. Change Orpling manager mode. Menu switch. There it is. from start, whenever we go to store away, select place, delete and turn. We need to use this. So store away, select place, delete, and turn into item. Good, so we have the flag for that now. One day people could get a good PC. It depends, really. If people do not struggle against whatever is happening right now, then it might go into a future where good PCs are now rented over data centers instead of having the PCs locally at your place. So I guess you would still have a powerful PC, but you would have higher latency into input. You would have artifacts if your internet is wrong or bad. The power would be at the hardware providers who could say, yeah, no, we don't like you, you cannot use powerful PCs anymore. So I don't know, man. Given that the trajectory of AI and whatever is going where it's going, that is. And the prices keep rising, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just a monkey. Okay, so we need to get that data table. Let's make it a variable here. Non-interaction. Data table. Get row at not struct, wait, get row, this one, and then shrine. Wait, do we even need this? Maybe we don't even need this. Maybe we just need this. And then this is break. What is this? No. What did we call this? Dialogue something. Table elements. And then there's the dialogue tree. You have no idea how many people are asking me that. I never played Super Monkey Ball. So no. I'm not sure if I like it or not. My character is not based on Super Monkey Ball. I get that a lot in VR chat actually, because my avatar is rather pixely, low poly and pixely, then people are always asking me this. So now we can do that. This goes in here? Yes. Start, do that, blah blah blah. These worlds. We don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this. Could say print depends. Non-interaction table is missing this, and this is an error. And then here we do the dialogue. Let's see. So if it this should already work if I didn't forget anything. Let's see. I hope it works. Okay, there is something broken. Self. This can't be self. Dialogue state machine. We need the state machine for the dialogue. Should I make... Do I have the state machine here somewhere? We do initialize it. But we do have it. Get dialogue state machine. Yeah, just put that in there. Oh, this is the triggered. Oh. Okay, wait. This is a little different. What is... this is not good. Okay. Current interaction. What does this cause here? If open opening... Okay. Trigger logic spawn thingy. This comes from the interaction. No. Where is this? Trigger logic spawn thingy. Trigger logic. Oh boy, okay, so trigger logic can happen. But what happens if it calls a battle? Okay, let's think about this. If I open a menu and close it, can a battle happen? Oh no. Ay. Could this be an interaction or just an actor? Is it important? Oh god, okay. We get location, but also payload, so yeah, we cannot do that. Damn it! Oh, this is getting a little more complicated. I do. What do I do? What do I do? Man, okay. Oh, this is a bummer now. Okay. So we cannot just do a dialogue without an interaction. What I would need to do is whatever an interaction has, I need to pass the information of the interaction and make the same information for this thing, for the payload. Yeah, this is not easy. This is not easy. This blueprint would go in there. Set here. What I would need is some kind of struct. Instead of this, it would be like the interaction. Not interaction, it would be trigger information. And that trigger information would need to go into here. Right, we don't use this anywhere else. Yes, so this goes in here and then we need to switch everything here. So interaction payload is needed. This is a problem. Interaction that did this. Why does the battle controller need that? Oh god, do I need to do more refactoring with this? Oh god, okay, wait. We are in dialogue FN logic here, and from there, wait, where are we? In battles. I mean, we don't have this anywhere else, right? Yes, only here. That goes into interactable that triggered battle. And then we have to look interactable that triggered that. It just gets the ID. Clean up interactable by ID. And that. Okay, that is easy. Oh god, okay. Yeah, I think I need to make a new refactoring round here. Which means should make a backup now. Ooh. I know what to do, so go ahead. Save all. Close this. Just AFK for a sec. Or not AFK, I'm still here. But no screen. Don't worry, I'm still here. You can still hear me. Monkey didn't leave. Monkey's still here. Just making a backup. See. This one, what's the date today? Today is the 15th. Okay, and then we copy everything. Alrighty. %. 40, 50, 60, 70. And it's done. Go. And here I am again. Let's restart Unreal. So I guess whatever my title is in Twitch is again wrong. Since we are actually not working on the mood. That would be then on Sunday, I guess. What do I do? Yes, I'm back. Peekaboo. Oh my god. You have no idea what I'm about to do. I don't want to do this. Dialogue. State machine. This is fine. I need the UI controller. So, this thing will need something new. This is a dialogue state machine. But I need the interaction thingy. Where else? My music stopped. This. We need the interaction. Here's the abstract one. Do we have ID and stuff? We need the battle controller. And in here, interaction that triggered. So we need ID in this thing. Blueprints. Actions. Interaction trigger info. Here struct interaction trigger info. So one thing is ID. What else do we have? So here it is then done. There's no more interaction that's getting asked. Abstract, no, UI. So here, when we're here, you're setting this thing. Set here, reset here, and this goes into this. In here we are in the battles dialogue. This needs to be refactored. Need the location. Location. Okay, maybe vector. There. Location. It's location here, location there. You're setting interactable for battle. Again for battle. Location, 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 location. Where's the payloads? Location, interaction payloads. Interaction payloads. If yeah. Interaction payloads. Interaction payload, interaction payloads. And here we set it. Okay, so it is not that bad, I guess. So let's say trigger info. Enter trigger info. This thing. So that can get set by this guy. We can kill this now. This is deprecated. And this one is deprecated, but I can't. Let's just say Alt and delete it at some other point. Okay, then we need to go into these one by one. And then either I split this or the break, there's maybe break is better. Location. And then exchange all these one by one. Location. Doesn't work. Need the battle dialogue thingy. Where's the dialogue? Data variable here. I don't seem to see. There's it's that one, right? Interact with, yeah. So let's get the trigger info. So find it's here. Break E. And valid. Cannot Ask for valid here. Huh. Well, that's a problem. I guess it is set to a default if I'm not setting it. Oh no, okay. I mean, would it matter? We just need to look at, hey, does it have an ID? If it doesn't have an ID, we don't clean it up, right? I think that's enough. But that's the problem. IDs can be none or empty. So this is a little awkward. If not, or no, and none. So if this is true and this is true, then go up there. And else go in here. Yeah. Oh. I'm doing some scary refactorings here. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so battle thing is refactored, which means I can just delete this because it's not in the code anymore. But I need to refactor it here first. Okay, so we are here. This is fine, this is fine. Trigger info set. Where are you going? Here. Here. Yeah. Delete it. That and this. Where is it still getting used? But we have a setter still. Interesting. Why do I have this? This feels wrong. This feels wrong, but I guess we let it be like that for now. And now this is cleaned up. Abstract interaction. I feel like we did it now. Would need to test everything. It's not getting triggered anyway. Wait, it could be though. Okay. After that we start the tree. It should work. So let's see. Oh my god, okay, where is it? Still have an error here. This anymore? We don't need this ID maybe anymore. Maybe we do need it to clean it up. Good thing I did not delete it. This is actually not old. This is needed. Then get actor location. For action. Payload. Get payload. Ah, there. Alright. That should handle that. Let's see. Welcome to the shrine. I am Nuru and this is Nara. Oh hey. I can communicate blah blah blah. Manage ARP links. Not yet. What happens if I press leave? Goodbye. ARP links. I leave. Error. There's an error. Failed. Resolve. Table input. Ah, we forgot to add the table. None. Go. Oh, that should work. Now we close. Non-interaction table is missing shrine. Did I not add the shrine in there? I've completely forgot to enter all the data in. Ah, goddammit. Okay. Shrine. And then, what is it? Farewell shrine. Save. Now there we go. Now we have everything. Manage. Escape. Goodbye. Okay, maybe the transition is a little too fast to see this. But that's just polishing. Now, if I go to store away, escape now. Now Nara needs to tell us something. Oh, didn't happen. Did I add the conditions? Wait, did my character receive the conditions? That's a bigger question. That was wrong. Tools, debug, storage. Huh? Question tags. Oh, we know the shrine. Or the shrine people know us. Go in here. We opened store away. And that should have triggered the progress, but it did not. Okay, where do we look? Do I need the Orpling manager stuff. Okay, that's what I want. The Orpling Manager probably does not trigger it, but where's the Orpling Manager itself? Wait. It is that one. Okay, so store away. Start. Does this even happen then? Print. Error. Something. Oh, it does not getting executed. How does it get executed then? Oh my god. I thought if I do the key press and I'm in UI. Wait, we do not press a key. This was a wrong assumption. No, it was not. Hold on. Main menu. I need the Orpling Manager. Here. Start goes in here. Start goes in here. This is key, which executes the farewell. This one? Shouldn't this be current start, go in here, store away? Where does this go? Can I do a breakpoint here? Wait, maybe a print. And error. I'm here. Clearly, that must be triggered. Press here. Oh no. Which one does get this one? Search, choose. This one does happen, but store away. Store away does not get triggered. Oh no. How do I follow this? Here, this button. Follow. Store away. Visibility. Activate turntable. Current Orpling Manager mode. Okay. Color. I see. do not trigger the menu change. We just don't do that. Interesting. Is that a problem? So this one never gets triggered. I mean here. We are in store away, but from start, store away, this part, this thing is not getting triggered. Is this different? Was that just a little oversight of mine? Okay, add user, this is what I made. Set visibility, store away. Do we set it in the other thing? So this and this do happen. And here we set the current. No, here we set the current orb link. Current orb link manager mode, yeah. Can't we just do that then? Can I just go here and then say store away? What would be different? That would be the correct way to do it. Edge. Store away. Escape. Go out. Goodbye. That's not correct. From start. Store away. Wait. Print? No. Does it get triggered now? Print. It does get triggered. Just doesn't set my progression thing. Maybe? Oh no, it is here. Use Nara's services once. Use Nara's services once. If I go out of here, it should actually do it, but it doesn't. Why? Because I forgot to wait. I forgot to wait. Man! So many things. Start, farewell, farewell. I forgot to wait here. Not only that, we forgot the whole thing. This should be 1. This should be 1. Going here. Okay, let's see. Now it needs to work. Now we went through the whole path. There's no way this doesn't work. Let's see. Goodbye! What? Didn't work. How dare you? Drew talked about artifact. That. Eesh. Why would you do this to me? Okay, then we have to debug that part. Dialogue system. You have to see if this is maybe wrong or something. Okay, start. Blah 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 blah. Okay, store away. Now I need this. Oh great. We can't debug. Ah, it does work. Why does it work now? Hey Mira, listen. I interacted with many artifacts in the past, but yours are different. Be careful out there. And manage sharp links. Throw away, whatever. Goodbye. Okay, it works. So if I leave, it says goodbye. If I manage ARP links and press merge and go out, it should say goodbye. If I go in, escape, it should say goodbye. If I go in and press any of these four, let's press delete and go out. Now it should say the text. Nice. Ooh, let's clean up. Another function is done. I think we're good. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Let's see, what did we accomplish? So, add function to start dialog or event after UI close. Now I can go into all my other menus too and add a farewell. Move ARPLink shop. I'm not sure if we want that anymore. It should be more like evaluate, buy, sell ARPLinks, and this is not in our scope anymore. And this one now has another task, which is add farewells. Ooh! My god. So this can go. Man, my dialogue system is getting so powerful day by day. I'm not sure if I showed you before, but what my dialogue can do is rather cool. Let me see if I can demonstrate. So first things, there's a test dialogue I have, which shows off that I can do different things with my dialogue, pacing and how it looks like. As you can see, we can pause by every single punctuation. We can write fast, we can write many letters at the same time. We can change the material of the text. We can make it bigger or smaller. We can change the font of the text. I think here I'm doing it, maybe? Or did I not do it? But I can change the font too. Here are some pausings. When the dialogue stops, here's an indicator that there is a next page, or next interaction, I guess. The cursor is always there to indicate that there's more text. Why did my music stop? We can have different portraits, which will have different moods too, I would say. Here's the other font. And yeah, there's always sound which plays. And if we go to another character's dialogue, here Tibi has a different voice and talks a little faster, does some things different. And here we can see the laughing is different, and if you leave without buying anything, Tibi gets sad. So yeah, my dialogue system is now, after a week or two, pretty good, I would say. I can do many things with the text now. And the tagging system is rather simple, but I'm not sure if it's convoluting the text for a what is it? For a translator at some point. If I go here and then we look at our text for Tibi here, there's nothing here, but Tibi does wait on punctuations. And here I have like SFO means sound frequency offset 600 for the laughing. We say that the writing speed is now 0.5 and the letter jumps are 2, so it goes ha ha ha. And the last one I set letter jump 3 because we also need that little punctuation in the end. I can do many things here now. But yeah, next up would be to change all the text now. I hope I do have every single functionality that is needed for this stage. I wanted to end it here, but I went into another tangent But no, we still need one more thing. I forgot. Before we end this, we still need the character mood tags. Because right now, when I do the taggings, they're one tag after the other. If we go into my little test case here. Here. We can see that there are a lot of tags and they can grow in size. Like, the more tags we have, the more it covers here. And it gets very confusing. So I was thinking, when we are expressing some kind of mood, like the laughing or the sadness of Tibi, maybe instead of writing every single thing once, like into this big bracket, maybe I can call a mood instead, where it changes the pacing, the character model, etc. So that is the next thing we will do. We will have to implement here in the state machine, no, in the dialogue controller UI, here, this thing with the tags reading will now has another thing which is probably, I don't know, CH for character, or maybe mood like MO, and then it can trigger an ID. And then if we go here in the data for the characters, we have like Mira, we have TB here. Maybe now we also have a struct here, or an array, whatever, array of structs, where we can set the moods, like happy, laughing, crying, mad, etc. And all of these have then these things in there. So we can set a portrait, we can set a font, depending on the mood. But then I have to think about, does that reset the default, or is it a text segment kind of thing again? But that is Future Monkey's problem on Sunday. I think for now we are done. But seeing now at the progress when this is done, maybe Sunday we will be done with this. I don't think it is a big change I will add. Then dialogue is done. And we just need to try packaging, testing, switch to Unreal 5.7, package again, test again, and then milestone 3 is done. And then we will go to the next one. I'm not sure about the cinematics, where to put them, but we will see. Anyway, that's it for today. Coffee, thanks for finding me and tuning in. Everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, monkey.